Okay, so let's jump right in today and take a deep dive into Psalm 67. It's quite short, but really packs a punch in terms of flow.
It really does, and it starts immediately, doesn't it? With this request, almost a blessing. May God be gracious to us and bless us and make his face shine upon us.
Right, and then you get that little pause marker, Selah. So straight off, it's asking for God's favor, for blessing, aimed at this specific group, us.
Exactly. But what's fascinating is it doesn't stop there. The very next thought gives the reason why. It says that your ways may be known on earth, your salvation among all nations.
Ah, okay, so the blessing isn't an end in itself for this group. The psalm seems to say the whole point of them being blessed is so that God's ways, his salvation, become, well, visible globally to everyone.
Precisely. The blessing they receive is framed as the sort of the starting gun for worldwide understanding. And having set that global stage, the psalm shifts to how everyone should react.
Yeah. Which brings us to that repeated line, the really emphatic one. It says, "May the peoples praise you, O God. May all the peoples praise you." It really hammers that home, doesn't it? The repetition.
And does it underlines the scope, not just some people, but all peoples. And then right after that call for praise, it tells us why they should praise. It says, may the nations be glad and sing for joy, for you rule the peoples justly and guide the nations of the earth.
Okay, so the justification for global joy and praise is God's fairness, his just rule and guidance over all nations. It's about his universal character. And then again, Selah.
Yep, another pause, let that idea land. God's just rule is why everyone should praise him. And like you said, right after that pause, it immediately repeats the call again. May the peoples praise you, O God. May all the peoples praise you.
So the structure seems clear. Blessing on us leads to global awareness, which should lead to global praise because God is just globally. What comes next in the psalm sequence after all this praise?
Well, this is where it gets quite concrete. The text follows the call for praise with, then the land will yield its harvest, and God, our God, will bless us.
Then that feels significant. So this universal praise isn't just, an abstract thing. It's linked here to a very real, tangible outcome, the harvest. And notice it comes back to God blessing us again.
It absolutely connects that global response back to earthly well-being and provision.
Hmm.
And the psalm wraps up by restating that blessing on us, but linking it now to the ultimate global impact. The final line is, God will bless us, and all the ends of the earth will fear him.
Wow. All the ends of the earth will fear him. So it starts with blessing us, makes that blessing serve a global revealing purpose, calls for universal praise based on God's justice, suggests that praise leads to tangible results like harvest, and finishes with the initial blessing resulting in worldwide reverence or fear.
It's quite a progression, isn't it? Psalm 67 seems to lay out this dynamic where receiving God's blessing isn't just for the recipient's benefit alone, it's the catalyst. It enables God's character to be shown to the whole world.
And that revelation is meant to spark this huge universal wave of praise.
Right, which then connects back to tangible blessings like the harvest.
Mhm.
And the whole thing culminates in this state of global awe or reverence for God.
So here's something to maybe chew on from this text. If Psalm 67 paints this picture where blessing received is fundamentally for demonstrating God's nature to the world, leading eventually to global impact and reverence, what does that suggest about, well, the responsibility or maybe the expected outcome that comes with being blessed, according to this particular psalm? It's a fascinating perspective.